This week on the Spotlight, Jose Abreu. Some people are wondering about him. We'll talk to him. Also this week, we talked to the GM, Rick Hahn, who's always available with some interesting analysis of how the team is going to be aggressive this year. And Robin Ventura. He always has an interesting perspective of laid-backness. And that will continue, and then we flash back 20 years. Scottie Pippen talks this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. It's the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Great repairs at 108th and Kedzie. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to the Cove for Benkowski Trivia Wednesday, June 1st at 8 p.m. Great people, great game. Easy to reach, 1750 East 55th Street, right by the lake, you know. I will see you at the Cove. You've got to get to the Sock. Live Benkowski Trivia. Alternate Thursdays, 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. See you there. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to Lulu's because they've got it all. Italian beef, hot dogs, burgers, chicken, gyros, fish, salads, subs, ribs, and a lot more. At Taylor and Ogden, 2200 West, you got to check out Lulu's. They got everything. Snappers Seafood and Chicken has come to Chicago, and what an extensive menu. Tilapia, perch, catfish, shrimp, conch from the Miami Connection. It's so fresh. Crab, Philly steak, and they also have grilled foods at 115th and Western. A massive menu. I've just touched on some of it. Oysters, you name it. You got to get the Snappers at 115th and Western. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. We're really overdue on talking to Darryl Boston. You know, he was once a fleet-footed, excellent center fielder for the White Sox back in the day. Maybe I'll put some graphics up about when he played. But Devo, yeah, he could hit from that left-hand side and track it down in the outfield. It looked a little bit like Austin Jackson does nowadays. But we're not talking about center fielders now. We're talking about a slugging first baseman who is the core. He's the main man in the lineup, and has been for a couple years now, who put up, and I'm not exaggerating, Albert Pujols type numbers in his first 2 seasons. He's trying to do it a third time. And Jose Abreu, with great help from Mr. Russo, the translator man, tells us in detail about how he's feeling right now and about some of the people that are new to the club that he thinks are the most significant and helpful to him. Okay, that's your best side? No, I'm joking. It's a joke. So we're looking at the 2016 going into towards June. You're about 1/4 of the way through the season, and you got to feel way better than you did last year.
La temporada pues ya ha avanzado, ya casi hay un cuarto de temporada, llevamos casi entrando a junio y él dice que se debe sentir pues mucho mejor este año por como el equipo está con respecto al año pasado, ¿no?
Sí, obviamente tenemos que darle las gracias a Dios por darnos la oportunidad de vivir estos momentos buenos que estamos pasando. Créame que lo único que tenemos que es seguir trabajando día a día y no confiarnos ahorita mismo, que tenemos que seguir trabajando para que lleguen los resultados que de verdad queremos.
Yes, for sure. We have to thank God because we're passing through this good moment, and that's good for us. It's good for the team and it's good for everybody. But we have to keep working hard. We can't get too much comfortable in this momentum because it's a long season and we have a lot of games to fight too. And we have just to keep working hard.
What has been more impressive to Jose? The new pitchers or the way the team has pitched, or some of the new hitters who have given him some help in the lineup?
Creo que a ti más te llama la atención la forma en la cual los pitchers han estado trabajando o la forma en la cual los nuevos bateadores han estado produciendo.
Bueno, en general el equipo completo, porque por eso somos un equipo, ¿no? Créanme que pues no tengo nada si los pitchers, yo no menos siento que los pitchers han trabajado de una manera, los bateadores han hecho su trabajo, la defensa ha hecho su trabajo. Yo digo que el equipo lo más importante es que está bien y pues sobre todas las cosas tenemos que seguir bien.
The whole thing. Pitchers, offense, hitters, defense, everybody have been doing their job, and that's important because we are a team, and we are going to win as a team, and we're going to lose as a team. And if we want to win, we have to play as a team. And I think that every one of these parts have been doing a great job for us, and that's why we are in the position that we are right now.
With the 6 or so new players that have come in, and they were your opponents before, and now you're playing with them and you see them every day, which one strikes you as, wow, I did not even know this guy was this good?
Con los nuevos muchachos que hay aquí, pues tú jugaste anteriormente contra ellos, pero ¿cuál de ellos ha sido el que más te ha impresionado?
Bueno, ¿cómo te puedo decir? De los muchachos que llegaron, todos han aportado su granito de arena para jugar hoy, pero sí tengo que decirte en especial Fraser y el caso de Lowry, créanme que son personas increíbles y pues sobre todas las cosas han hecho una buena motivación aquí en el Cruzado, y también Navi, que siempre es una gente con un carácter muy positivo y por eso tiene los resultados que tiene.
Every one of them has given us the best of them. I mean, Fraser, Lowry, they are two very good people with character, and that's good for a team. And Navarro also with his experience and his the way that he's carrying himself, that's something good for a team, and that's probably the most important thing between all the new guys for me, that character and that energy that they have brought to us.
Is Jose content leading by example, or does he plan to become a more vocal leader with some inglés as part of this vocal leading?
¿Tú planeas pues mantenerte siendo el ejemplo de este equipo por la forma en la cual tú trabajas, o también tienes pensado pues ser un líder también un poco más vocal, hablando quizás un poco más de inglés o aportando un poco más de ese aspecto?
Bueno, primero que todo, gracias a él que me tiene como un líder aquí en este equipo. Solamente lo único que nos enfocamos es cada día hacer nuestro trabajo, lo que nosotros controlamos y ayudar a los jugadores en todo lo que se pueda. Ojalá con el favor de Dios mejorar el inglés, pero ahorita mismo estamos haciendo las cositas para aunque sea aprender lo básico poco.
First, I want to thank you for seeing me as a leader of this team. I don't try to think too much about it. I just try to do my best every time and try to help the other guys to help this team to win games. And yes, I want to be better every day in all the aspects of my life, as a player, as a human being. And yeah, probably in the future I can do more for this team.
Okay. To wrap up, what does the team need to focus on now to get out of this mini slump with the last 2 series losses? Is it more pitching? Is it more hitting? What seemed to be deficient on your last road trip?
¿En qué es lo que el equipo se tiene que enfocar más ahorita luego de haber tenido esas 2 series negativas en Texas y en Nueva York? ¿Es más picheo, más ofensiva? ¿Qué crees tú que...?
No, en general enfocando en que podemos hacer las cosas, en que podemos ganar, en que podemos hacer muchas cosas, en seguir trabajando con esta gran familia que tenemos aquí dentro del club, que eso es lo más importante. Lo demás viene solo y con el favor de Dios.
We just have to focus in win games. I mean, work hard to win games because we're gonna pass through some tough stretches like last week. But I mean, it's just baseball, and we have to work hard. We have to be prepared for those bad stretches too.
Okay, we wish you the best. Buena suerte.
Thank
And
you.
remember, you're batting number 3. Muy importante. Babe Ruth batted number 3.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furlan, DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. You've got to get to the Wise Owl at Van Buren and Racine. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, carrot soup, elote, burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and great bartenders. A tremendous array at the Wise Owl, Van Buren and Racine. See you there. We're back on the spotlight. We're talking White Sox baseball, and certainly you can't beat Rick Hahn for accessibility. Although Kenny Williams was down here a lot too and ready to talk, which is cool. And they, off the cuff, give you their true feelings about as much as they can without tampering and without giving you information that other teams could use against them. So it's a little guarded, but the points are made and the questions are asked, and you do get a little insight into the attitude, particularly this year, of the White Sox aggressiveness and going after players at a really odd trade time and sort of building and getting people ready just in case, because there are injuries, there are things that go bad, and you want to be ready. You don't want to be caught missing key elements as you go down the stretch in a season that looks like some damage can be done. So Rick talks about all those things, and in a pretty cool manner.
We're realistic that unfortunately injuries happen and underperformance happens, and adding organizational depth is going to continue to be a priority. You mentioned we added Bourgeois in the last couple of days, a guy who, with Jacob May going down, can give us some speed and defense versatility at Charlotte just in case. Obviously we added Anthony Ronaldo last week from Texas to give ourselves some other rotation options going forward. We believe that, guys we make look bad in Texas is the new market inefficiency, so following the footsteps of Noesi, we jumped on Ronaldo. He's actually a guy who was formerly Eastern League Pitcher of the Year, was formerly International League Pitcher of the Year, first-round draft pick, has what we feel is a 4-pitch mix, and conceivably, when we get him ironed out a little bit, could help us here in Chicago. So there's going to continue to be moves along those lines that provide us with options should things not play out the way we hope up here.
Are you prepared to make a big move down the road when it presents itself?
We're prepared to make a big move today if it presents itself. Unfortunately, our timing might not line up with the other 29 clubs just yet. It's still early in the process. A lot of clubs don't look to make those moves until June or July, but we're having dialogue right now, hoping that something comes together more quickly than that. Given our experience, it's probably going to take a fair amount more time, a few more weeks before things get real serious along those fronts, though.
Do you feel like you have a group of maybe 6 or 7 minor leaguers that are close to, maybe not next week, maybe not next month, but at some point this year?
Soon. We do have a fair amount of guys that we think can help us out. Obviously, actually had a national reporter when we were in Texas ask me if we were concerned about Tim Anderson's struggles. I guess Tim read his mind and has gone off in the last 10 days and probably put himself back on the prospect map. Matt Davidson's off to a nice start down there. Jacob Turner's throwing the ball well. Fulmer obviously is a guy that a lot of people have talked about, who's had a bit of up and down so far at Birmingham, but seems to got himself back on track there as well. So yeah, we do feel like we have some internal options if we decide to go that route.
Hey, Rick, how close were you on what can you share with us?
No. I don't want to talk about players who, one, technically haven't signed anywhere, and two, even if he had signed elsewhere, I wouldn't want to talk about guys in other organizations. But again, we're looking at every possible avenue, whether it's free agent or trade or waiver or whatever, to find added options for us as we go through this summer.
Knowing that a lot of you guys are, short-termers, would you be with the philosophy?
Talk about the media?
Well, that we're all. Would your philosophy be different on some of your young people that you would be reluctant to trade if you were in a full-blown rebuild?
Not sure. You're saying, are we more inclined to hold on to guys or less
the
inclined?
opposite, less inclined, because it's going to take a lot to get what
It's going to take a lot, but at the same time, we feel we want to put ourselves in the best position to win in October. First, to get to October, and then to win deep in October. Frankly, the only championship they're giving out this year is the 2016 championship, so that's where our focus is going to be in terms of maximizing this unit's chances. Doesn't mean we're going to be short-sighted or do something in our mind that is significantly compromises ourselves going forward. But when the chance to win comes along, you need to do everything in your power to maximize that opportunity and to feed what these guys in this clubhouse, the coaches and players alike, have been able to build thus far in this season. We want to do what we can from a front office standpoint to continue that momentum, to reinforce where they've put themselves, and again, maximize our chances to win in October.
In a way, that makes you a little busier at this time of year than you might normally be. You're not waiting things to filter out. You're trying to be proactive, and I think maybe also with the kind of homework it sounds like you've done, this is maybe when you can get a steal.
I don't know about getting a steal. The other 29 guys are pretty bright too. They're probably brighter, even some would argue. We're going to be aggressive. We've been aggressive over the last few weeks. We're going to continue to be aggressive throughout the summer. It may not lead to a single transaction. It may lead to a series of smaller transactions like you've seen over the last week. But ultimately, if we find the right opportunity to improve ourselves, particularly for now, but ideally for now and in the future, we'll aggressively try to get it done.
Rick Gonzalez has gotten the ball a couple times since you made the roster move with John. How would you assess his 2 starts?
We've had 3 starts. We've had a chance to win all 3 of the games. We've won 2 of them, and he left the 3rd one while we were winning. Obviously, his command wandered from him a little bit more than we would hope, but we also realized that we've given him 3 extremely difficult assignments at Toronto, at Texas, and at Yankee Stadium. He's a professional, like the mix of pitches, like the movement on his pitches. Need to harness a little bit with the command a little bit better to let him go deeper in games, but we're looking for him to give us a chance to win, and he's done that 3 out of 3 times so far.
A lot of us will be concentrating on the fact that you're going to try to solidify the starting staff, but if an awesome bullpen guy came along, would that be another way to look at it for you guys?
And we just came from a place where the game has been significantly shortened by the pitchers they are able to bring in the 7th inning. It's essentially a 6-inning game versus the Yankees right now when everybody's fresh. So that is a way to improve your starting staff by limiting the innings that they need to cover. It's definitely a path that we may well venture down, and we'll just have to wait to see what's available coming this summer.
How important
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and a fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Bidkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to the Irish Legend, 8933 South Archer, Willow Springs, Saturday, May 21st at 4 p.m. A tribute to New York Fire Department heroes, the 9/11 first responders who saved so many lives, and there'll be at least one of them present for a Q&A and then some musical entertainment right after. Get to the Irish Legend for a special event on May 21st. We're back on the spotlight. It's time for Robin Ventura. And the Sox are in first place, so that's good. He says Todd Frazier was sick for this particular game, so he wouldn't be playing third base. What else, Robin?
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants it this way. So he's just not feeling good. I know he had stayed home yesterday, but he's not in any condition to play.
Extended period of home games is going to help a lot of these new guys. You have so many new guys just solidify themselves. It seems like it probably extended spring training for all of them, being on the road as much as you did.
We've been on the road a lot, but I think we've also been home enough. I think that after the first trip here, we were only here 3 days. That's the only time I think you really, feel like you haven't been here. The other ones were fairly quick, but anytime you get, a 10-day, you can feel like you're here and you get a nice little stretch to be home.
How much importance would you put in this one, knowing that the back end has 7 in the division, including right there?
I mean, you would like to sit there and say that this, of course, this is important and everything, but you look at the schedule, and there's not any point in the schedule where you just look at it and think it's not important and it can't hurt you. Every part of the schedule, every team is tough. Every lineup has their own challenges. So you just keep playing, and I think the focus for all of us is just to show up every day, ready to play, and get after it.
You guys have been very tough on the road. What do you do to instill a certain thought process or the idea of like defending the home floor, like they use in basketball? Did you have any coaches or managers that gave you some tips to make you feel that way?
I don't know if there's any secret that you can do it. I think certain guys, maybe play better on the road for one reason or another, but this group just seems to play well, and I think we started out on the road so much that we didn't really have a choice. So I think that's more than anything. If somebody had a secret for it, then somebody would be doing it all the time, and it's just not that easy.
You concerned about the attrition with the bullpen, with some of the starters not going quite as far on this trip as you'd like them to?
No, I mean, we got a big boost when Saylor went, all 9 the other day. I think, that trip into Texas, it can always be a tough one on your bullpen. You know there's going to be a lot of runs scored. You know you're going to have to use your guys. And I think when Saylor, we had the off day, and then he comes right back and throws 9 and rests the bullpen. That was the big one right there. And then coming back home and also having another off day. We feel pretty good about that, where we're at with the bullpen.
Carlos was saying that he was maybe being a little too cute with his command and kind of wants to grip it and rip it more. What do you think about that approach of what he was saying, that he wants to just be a little more relying on his
I think that's more of a mentality than actually what he's going to do. He's grown so much, I think, as a starter that it can sound like just, grab it and throw it as hard as you can. But he's smarter than that. He's better than that. And I think, as far as just the mentality of it, I totally get that, and I'm okay with that. But he's better than that.
Our sophomore slump.
You've got to get to Jack's. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. Don't forget Oliver's, 6100 West 159th Street. My live trivia Thursday, May 26th at 7 p.m. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be extra fun. Check out Oliver's on 159th. See you there. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to Del Sur Mexican Restaurant, open for lunch and dinner daily. Shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak, chicken dishes, you name it. It's all there at 46th and Halsted. Great stuff at Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. Scotty chipped in with 19 big points and was quizzed after the game.
Quarter, Scotty. What were your thoughts going into the fourth quarter?
Well, I was just hoping that, we could get something going offensively. I didn't think that we shot the ball very well throughout the whole game, but I thought our defense really did a great job of really stopping them, and offensively it created some opportunities for us.
Scotty, were you just going to keep shooting until your shot started to drop?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. I mean, I wasn't going to back away from my shot. I feel like I had good rhythm, and Coach Winter came over and told me just catch the ball and pull up and shoot it. And once I started to find my rhythm and just pulling up and shooting it felt a lot better. Instead of me anticipating them charging out and trying to get some penetration, I just went and just started shooting the ball.
We appreciate you checking out our program. Of course, the Bulls went on to win that NBA championship, beating Seattle. You've been watching the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Perfect Pitch located at 108th and Kedzie. Great repairs, great people. Lansing Floral, 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.